All right, what's going on? New series. Been a lot of talk about the rookie left tackle, so I wanted to dive into it. I really liked Andrew Thomas, Jedrick Wills, and Mekhi Becton coming out of the draft. The Giants drafted Andrew Thomas, who I like the most, but I want to go week to week and see who has the best performance. Spoiler, I think they've all been really good. All three have been. If you were a fan of the Giants, Jets, or Browns, you feel good about your left tackle spot, and you should. You should. Even with their struggles, it's stuff that should get fixed. So we'll go about 5 minutes of breakdowns on each guy. I'll go in order of who I thought was the best for week one. Week two will probably be different, and we'll do it every single week. So I know I'm a little behind with week one, but let's get her done. Oh, fun fact. There have been 3 QBs who have started 2 games that have not ran an RPO run or pass. Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, and Baker Mayfield all have rookie left tackles. I feel like that has no correlation, but it's a fun fact I wanted to share. So let's get rolling. So I think Andrew Thomas had the best week one out of these 3 left tackles. Week two, it changes around a little bit because Andrew Thomas did have some struggles. But week one, he went up against Bud Dupree, the Steelers, Monday Night Football, and basically just completely shut down Bud Dupree in the pass game. The run game's a little different. We'll talk about that. A lot of it was just not blocking Dupree on the backside, a lot of schematic stuff. But nonetheless, Thomas looked really good, and especially in pass pro, which is what he was brought in to do, block Daniel Jones' blindside. So, play one, just keeps his hips completely square, gets his hands on him, and just stalemate. He's not getting right here. It's a perfect pocket for Jones, or at least on Thomas's side. A little play action. Pushes, they do a blitz, and then this nice punch. Not the most violent punch, but gets him off him. Bench presses him off him. Jones takes a coverage sack on that one. Again, Bud Dupree playing the piano. He's not getting beat around the edge, even though you can win when you get around the edge. Dupree tried to go back inside. He just plays the piano on his back. Doesn't lean, plays the piano on his back. Wash down. Him and Hernandez stunts were really impressive, the way they handle the stunts. Stunts is when a defensive tackle will go outside and the defensive end loops in. And I'll play it. It looks regular. At this point, you see him start to dip in, and Thomas immediately passes that off. Hernandez and Thomas... as soon as he shows that dip, Thomas puts that right foot in the ground and picks up Hayward. And Hernandez does a good job picking up Dupree. Again. Watch. Watch when he powers down. It's like it must have been in the game plan or something because they knew it was coming. Dupree has not shown that he's going to stunt. He's just doing a little stutter step, and Thomas powers down. Boom. Pushes his guy on the Hernandez. And just picked it up really nicely. This is the bad. This was his worst rep of the entire game. This was the one where everything kind of got screwed up. Saquon does a bad job. They have Evan Ingram blocking T.J. Watt, but he simply lets Dupree get into his chest. He doesn't punch. He lets him get into his chest, has his arms around him, and Dupree's able to rip and get through. Now this play won't get remembered as much, because Evan Ingram's blocking T.J. Watt and he gets hit. But this was definitely his worst rep of the game. Just gets beat off the edge. Bud Dupree got 11.5 sacks last year. That'll happen. This next one, he kind of gets beat off the edge. If Jones doesn't scramble right and just steps up, it's probably not remembered. It doesn't get remembered anyways. And this is the one where Saquon misses the blitz. So they got 2 guys. But nonetheless, like I said, Thomas was usually winning right around here. Instead of where he's washing guys back here. He was always winning right here. This was one where Dupree does get around the edge. So it's not the worst rep, but it's sure as hell ain't a good one. In the run game, week one, he did a really good job crossing face onto these guys. So when they're running to this way, he has to get that guy. That's a hard block to make. And he struggled with it in week two. But in week one, he does it. Gets even with him, turns, and then hinges. You can't ask for a better job on that. Just totally gets across his face and gets the job done on it. Same play. This time he doesn't get the hinge on it. But what I like is if you're not going to be able to cross his face completely, wash him. Wash him. Allows for Saquon to get a cutback and get 7 yards. Completely washes the guy. This one, him and Hernandez work a great double team to linebacker. To the backside linebacker. I mean, that's, you get 4 or 5 yards of pushing the guy back. The issue is the puller isn't out able to block Dupree, so the play gets shut down before it even starts. But if he's able to make that pull, you got Saquon with a lead blocker right here, and just come right off his ass. And that's a nice play. And a lot of ESPN I was losing my mind with ESPN in this game. I was like, Dupree has just been eating up Thomas alive. They were leaving him as an unblocked defender. Like, he does a good job getting over here, but Dupree had free reign to just scream down the line of scrimmage and make plays. So after week 1, if you're a Giants fan, you really had to feel good about Andrew Thomas. Week 1, Wills versus the Ravens. Jedrick Wills, impressive. A lot of good, a few bad plays. We'll talk about it. But you see him corrected a little bit as the game goes along. Unfortunately, he missed the whole fourth quarter with a leg injury, but he came back the next week. So like I said, there's some bad and there's correctable, but he's a rookie left tackle playing his first game at left tackle. He played right tackle at Alabama, and there's a lot of good there. I think it's a lot of stuff that you saw at Alabama. Some of the things you need him to correct are things you saw at Alabama where he kind of gets exposed on the inside a little bit. But if you're a Browns fan, I feel like after this game, you feel confident that you have your left tackle and Jedrick Wills. So let's go through a couple plays where he has this quick kick slide. So you'll see 1, 2, 3 real quick. And I love the speed of it. I love the technique. But it kind of leaves himself exposed inside a little bit where you kind of want to have that like a little closer proportion. You see 90 hits him inside. I mean, it's a quick throw, so it doesn't really affect the play. But he hits him inside. And then you see in this next play, watch the kick slide. 2 steps. 1, 2. And then powers back down. That's what you like. Instead of doing the 3, if he does the 3 on here, he gets beat inside. Instead, powers down. Great rep. Powers down, great rep. This next rep, he kind of starts to get beat, but he recovers quickly. And then when he realizes he doesn't have like the greatest, like it's just not going to be a perfect block, dumps him. That's what you do. When a guy gets underneath you like that, dump him, and he does it. Now what I want to see, sit on him. Sit on him there. Because then he comes up and affects the play. I get that, the ball should have been out by then. But right there, right here, just sit on him. Just lay down. Get fat on the guy. Get some fat on him. Let him know that when you do that duck down low, I'm gonna jump on you and I'm gonna sit on you. So like I said, he leaves himself exposed inside a little bit, quick, and actually not bad proportion, but he gets right in here. He gets beat inside, and he holds. He gets called for it. What he should do is when he gets beat right there, just wash him down. Wash him down. He might end up here in the pocket, but Baker could then slide to the left. Just wash him down. Don't get that holding penalty. And then this one, it's Baker. Again, Baker should have had the ball out. You see him pump and do all this stuff. Because if he throws it right here, you're saying good rep by Jedrick Wills. But he kind of just, gets beat inside. It's a coverage sack, but it is a sack. You don't want to have sacks, and you want to be able to do plays that take some time. But a sack is a sack. But I feel good about him in the passing game. In the run game, it was look at this. Keeps that contained. Make sure 95 can't crash down on this, and then gets a perfect block on this little backside linebacker. That's how you draw it up on the whiteboard right there. Is you put that hand out on there. You put this hand out there to keep him from crashing down, and then just gets perfectly on 54. This ends up being a pass play, but it's blocked like a run play. And it's just a nasty punch. Just a nasty punch. Bam. Just bams, homeboy. Bam. That's a punch right there. You got to love that. All right, this is a hard play to make. It's an outside zone or to the right. And he just doesn't cross face. This is a hard block to make. Ends up infecting the play. Not an outside zone, but you know what I mean. So he corrects it. This is on the next series. It's the same exact play. I'm sure he was coached up on the sideline of this. So he knows he's not going to win this. Cut him. Cut him. Good stuff from Wills. And you see him kind of correct his mistakes as the game goes along. You got to feel good about week 1 again for Jedrick Wills and the Cleveland Browns. All right, week 1, Mekhi Becton versus the Bills. The run game is nuts. This guy's a mauler, and he's doing it at the NFL level. If you watch this guy, like, it is unbelievable to watch this guy in the run game, the way he mauls people. A few mistakes we'll get to towards the end of the video. In the pass game, really good, especially with how raw he was, and it's like he's more, he needs to develop a little bit better. There's some things that need to be cleaned up, but he had results. He did give up 1 sack, so let's roll through it. Just right here. Just, you want him to maybe not open up his hips that early, but he has good proportion. And then once he's locked on, Finishes the block. A nice pocket for Darnold. If the right side doesn't get, pushed back, it's a nice pocket. Still a nice pocket for him. This next one, he gets called for a hold. I'm not buying it. This looks like he just buries a dude. I'll just play it through. I mean, does this look like a hold? I don't see him holding. He just buries the guy. I mean, it's not, like I said, he opens his hips really early. He's basically, 2 yards in, opens up his hips. But that stuff gets fixed. And he just buries a dude. I mean, he buries guys in the pass game. And that's what you like. Now, this one is very similar. It could end up being a sack. Where, like I said, his hips are open super early. But once he's locked on, he finishes the guy. But he does finish where Darnold was in the pocket. And I know this sounds silly, but throughout this game, the right side of the offensive line being bad actually helped Mekhi Becton because Darnold was scrambling to the right. And where Becton would have got beat right here, which isn't the worst thing in the world, that's where Darnold could have been. You want him to step in the pocket. But like I said, the right side being bad actually helped Becton because when there's plays like this, Darnold was already out of the pocket, so he got helped out a little bit on this one. This one, he didn't have to do this a ton, but I love it. Goes, nice proportion, slams inside, bam, just slant that right foot. Power down, come off on the stunt. Nice throw for Darnold. Power down, come off. Good stuff there. All right, here's the sack. Like I said, a lot of times, he's winning some of these, but when you want to have some time in the pocket and Darnold doesn't have the time to step up, he's getting beat right here. There's times where he's winning, but he's winning right around here where you'd want him to win right here. And this play, Darnold doesn't get rid of the ball. He's messing around the pocket, and because Becton gets beat here instead of here, Darnold, he's messing around the pocket, ends up giving up a sack. But overall, you feel good about what he did in the pass game. It's especially for week 1 in the run game. I mean, this is just fun he's just fun to watch in the run game. This is the first run of the game. I'll just watch it. Here's a safety. He's basically saying, do not put a safety as a linebacker against me. Just push, just ragdolling homeboy. Bam! Bam! He did that in college too, man, and that was one of the reasons why I liked him so much. This one, he's blocking down in here. He just makes the hole. I mean, he starts there and he's there. By the time Gore is going through the hole, he's there. I mean, just washes the dude down. Love that crap. I love it. He's fun to watch in the run game. I got excited watching that one. Another one where they do a middle, this defensive end jumps down, and he just Wide, nice base, skinnies it up a little bit right there. I mean, he just pushes him back 5 yards. And he does that consistently, man. He's just the strength has translated to the NFL level. Here's where he struggled in the run game. There was times where he was a backside block and what it's called a hinge block, whereas basically you just want this guy getting upfield, so you give him like a pass look, but the defensive end dives in, so he's not expecting that because you want that first step to be the right foot, just to protect. He doesn't protect it, ends up being a play. Same thing here. You want the right step. You need the right step to protect the inside. Doesn't do it. Gets beat inside. Another tackle for a loss. And in this one, all of these rookies are struggling with this. This is a hard block to make. It's a zone to the right, and it's just you got to get across this guy's face, and he's just not able to do it. But that is such a hard block to make. Ends up being a good gain, too. It's just a really hard block to make. So overall, Jets fans have to be excited after week 1 with Mekhi Becton. All right, thanks for watching. I think if you're a fan of any of these 3 teams, you should be excited. I'm surely excited about Andrew Thomas. Jets fans, I know you're excited about Becton and Browns Wills. I think all 3 teams have a good left tackle. We'll see what the week 2 matchup says. And through week 17, we'll be doing this. And I just dropped a water bottle. Subscribe, like. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. All 3. I can't say Big Blue because it's supposed to be an unbiased video. Peace.